What is up, guys, and welcome to another episode of the Skid Reviews, and it's time for us to finally review the Wonder Woman movie. Now, this is the first female-led superhero movie that we have seen for quite a while. It's been nearly 14 years, I guess. The last one was what was it? Was it Elektra or Catwoman? Those were really shitty movies, but Wonder Woman, now this is a completely different story. Now, 2016 was not a very good year for DC. Yes, Batman v Superman and Suicide Squad made a lot of money, but the critics, as well as many of the fans, slammed those movies. And I personally had certain problems, many problems in fact, with both those movies. But Wonder Woman? Wonder Woman gives me hope, Wonder Woman gives me optimism that DC might finally be on the right track. And hope and optimism are two words that I've always wanted DC to be associated with, because that's what DC Comics is about. Director Patty Jenkins, I think, did a brilliant job in introducing to us the entire mythos of the Wonder Woman universe. Now, I think that all the actors did a pretty good job with their characters, but it was Gal Gadot who carried this movie on her back. She was so badass, she was so good as Wonder Woman. While the directing and the acting were pretty awesome, it was the soundtrack that blew my mind away. Wonder Woman's theme, this new theme, is probably my favorite superhero theme now. I mean, that music just gets your blood pumping, man. Just listen to it again. Don't you want to do this when you hear that song? Now, before we get into the main review of this movie, let me just say this. I hope that the hate generated is very less, because I'm sure this is going to generate a lot of hate in terms of the politics, the political discourse that is eventually going to be created by the release of this movie. And perhaps it is inevitable that a character like Wonder Woman, who is so storied and who is so significant in terms of modern pop culture, is bound to create political discourse in terms of gender equality issues, in terms of feminism. But for now, can we, as fans of superhero movies, as fans of comic books, not just enjoy this movie for what it is? It's a Wonder Woman movie. It's a brilliant Wonder Woman movie. It portrays a powerful Wonder Woman in Gal Gadot. And let's just enjoy it for what it is. Leave the politics aside, whatever your views are. And also, let's leave the DC versus Marvel hate aside for a moment and enjoy this movie, because DC are doing a good job. They did a good job with this movie. So Marvel fans should be happy, and DC fans should be over the moon as well. Every comic book superhero fan should be happy for this. Now, having said that, let's get straight into the review of Wonder Woman. I can't stop doing that. I want bulletproof bracelets. So if any one of you want to send me stuff, I would really like some Wonder Woman bulletproof bracelets so that I can do this all the time, because it's a really good move. Wonder Woman is finally the superhero film fans have been waiting for ever since DC kickstarted its cinematic universe with 2013's Man of Steel. While Batman v Superman and Suicide Squad made piles of dough, the critical backlash was swift and deafening. But with Wonder Woman, director Patty Jenkins and writer Alan Hinberg have crafted the first film in the DC extended universe that works unreservedly. The action is crisp and doesn't suffer from the murky CGI bloat that weighed down Zack Snyder's Batman v Superman. The characters, particularly Gal Gadot's Diana, the Amazonian princess who becomes Wonder Woman, and Chris Pine's American spy Steve Trevor, have exceptional chemistry, and for the first time in DC's Justice League era film universe, we get emotionally invested in one of our heroes. We've seen incarnations of Batman and Superman's beginning several times on the big screen, but the backstory of Princess Diana, how she was created from clay by Zeus, grew up on a man-free island, and is gifted with super strength, a lasso of truth, bracelets of submission, an indestructible shield, and a god-killing sword. Now that is something that has never been attempted on the big screen since the character's debut in 1941. Choosing to focus on Wonder Woman as the fourth film in its expanding cinematic universe might have been a risky move, but it's proven to be heads above the rest of the DC titles so far, and is a movie that I think will invite repeat viewing and have moviegoers exiting the theater saying, when's Wonder Woman 2? Here are some reasons you are going to love Wonder Woman. Gal Gadot completely owns Wonder Woman, from her beginnings as a warrior in training on the secret island of Themyscira to her wide-eyed experience in London to her tireless pursuit of the film's villain Ares, the god of war. Gadot is imposing and charismatic throughout the whole of Wonder Woman. We root for her from her days learning to fight under General Antioch, Robin Wright, right up to her final confrontation with Ares. One of my main issues with Batman v Superman was with Superman killer Doomsday. Suicide Squad also suffered by baiting us with Jared Leto's superb Joker and then swapping it in the subpar and frankly cheesy looking Enchantress. Ares is a simple villain with a clear defined goal and a history with Wonder Woman's people on Themyscira. He aims to keep the war going forever. It's simple and it works. It's got a great love story. After Chris Pine crash lands near her home on Themyscira with news of a horrific battle being fought by mankind, Diana joins the American in London to stop German General Ludendorff, played by Danny Huston, and Dr. Poison, played by Elena Anaya, from continuing the war. This allows for some genuinely fun banter between the two. Just like Captain America and Peggy Carter in Marvel's First Avenger, you want Diana and Steve to have the happy ending that eludes most of us.
So what are you saying? Was it perfect?
Well, the film does have some minor flaws. For instance, the final act of the film is a rehash of what we have come to expect from most superhero movies in terms of a cinematic end battle. And the CGI in some parts could have been done better. But I'm nitpicking here, this is a great movie.
So is it the best DC film yet?
In a superhero world where we are getting the third Spider-Man Origins tale this summer, it was a smart move to take the Wonder Woman character out of Zack Snyder's modern setting and show us her beginnings. It's something to see how the character reacts to the ills of that time period, particularly racism and sexism, and how she comes into her own as she navigates her new surroundings along with her superhuman strength. Through the 3 other films that DC has produced so far, I haven't really cared what happens to Henry Cavill's Superman, Ben Affleck's Batman, or any of the Suicide Squad. The stakes though haven't been high and the action has been largely forgettable. But with Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman, we finally have a DC hero who we can get behind. So the short answer is yes, it is the best DC film yet. So bring on the sequel. So there you go, that was our review of Wonder Woman. Let us know what you thought in the comments below. Do you think this is the best DC movie yet? Do you think you're optimistic about the DC universe? And what does it say about Justice League that comes out later this year? Let us know in the comments below. As always, thank you so much for watching, and if you want to see more content, please do leave a like, and maybe you can subscribe to this channel. The button is right there. It takes only a second and it helps us out a lot. So until next time, I will see ya.